Oh, that ain't got enough honey. Oh, I guess I don't need it then. Oh, is the heater on? Because it's hot. Oh, man. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to the Soul Alignment channel. All right. So, I want to talk about a few things tonight because um, a lot of things been coming up just today. And um, just off of my live yesterday, I want to kind of go deeper into what I was talking about, and then a question that was asked to me yesterday, and I want to talk more about that. So I don't know if I did my intro, but welcome to the Soul Alignment channel. I'm gonna go turn this heat off because it's hot. All right, I am back with another live. I guess the 9 people that came in just wanted to see my chair. Oh my goodness, I am too silly. Okay, so like I was saying before I went to go turn that heater off, I wanted to talk more about what I was talking about yesterday. So yesterday I went live and I was just talking about how there is nothing more important than me in this whole entire world, or there's nothing more important than you in this whole entire world. And when I say that, right, we're all in the world. We all living in this world. We're all trying to figure it out. So we share this space being in the world. But in this space, we all have our own internal world, right? So if you have ever heard anybody say like, oh, like they living in their own world. And it's true, each individual has their own world. So in your world, like there's nothing more important than you in that world, right? Because we're all having different experiences. So even though we're in the world, we all have our own internal world and external world within our own, you know, surroundings. If you have kids, you know what I'm saying? Like your job, just all of the things, like all of that consists of your world. And you are the most important thing in that world. You. So to say that is to come back to your heart, to come back to valuing you, all of you, and where you are, accepting yourself, loving yourself, um, and giving yourself grace. So that's what I mean by that. Because some people get their panties in a bunch and, have all the different things to say about, oh, well, that's not true, or God is the most important thing in the world. Well, if you were created in God's image, doesn't that make you the most important thing in the world? Yes, it does. So you can't accept that for yourself because you haven't fully accepted you. So Um, that's what that is. Um, so yeah, and there's so many different layers to that, but just coming to you being whole and complete just where you are, apart from your flaws and the things that you're going through, all of those things, like accepting you in your entirety, no matter where you're from, how you was raised, all of the things, like, yes, hold on. All right, I'm back. So what I was saying was, like, you're important. You're important. You matter. Coming back to acceptance of self is the key to just recognizing that you are the most important thing in this world. Because, like, if you're not valuing yourself, if you're not appreciating yourself, if you're not loving yourself, if you're not accepting yourself, it's like, how could you accept others or show up for others or be that? You know what I'm saying? Be that. The change that we want to see in the world, we have to begin to make those changes within our own world. So it's the worldwide world, and then it's your own internal world. So it's working on that world to make the effects and make the change in the outer world. So you start inward and then you work outward. That's how it works. That's how it works. You have external peace when you have internal peace. So you have some people walking around in peace, experiencing heaven on earth, and you have some people who do not have peace and they're experiencing hell on earth within themselves, like internal hell, suffering inside, right? And you have people who have internal peace, and you may ask yourself, like, how is that possible, right? We're all existing in the same world, we all witnessing the same things. So how is it that this person is affected differently than this person? It's all about that person mindset. Hello, hello, hello. It's all about that person mindset, how they think about themselves first, how they think about themselves first, and that's projected just outside. So that's where all the chaos, the confusion, the division, all of those things come into place. It's from that. So yesterday when I was on live, somebody asked a question about acceptance of them being non-binary. And I told that person, like, hey, as long as you are living in your truth, as long as you're living in your truth and you know that it's your truth, like with your whole heart, you know, you live in that truth without judgment, without shame, like that's who you are and that's how you're showing up in life, and you have accepted you, the people who are not accepting you for who you are people who have not accepted have not accepted themselves. Hey Tell, how are you? Did you get you some rest? But I was telling them, like, anybody who is not accepting you for who you are is people who have not accepted themselves. The people who are judging you, it goes so far to all the things. People who are judging you or people who are judging themselves. It's oh, okay. Well, you say you didn't want to go to sleep, so um, people who are judging themselves, they are judging others. It's just a ripple effect. It just keeps going. So I always ask myself the question, like, why is it that it bothers, and I'm gonna put me in that because I used to be that person and I understand why it used to bother me. I always ask the question, like, why does it bother people so much about what other people are doing with their life, in their life, how they're choosing to show up? Something as simple as how somebody may wear their hair or how they may dress. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why did they wear that? Oh, I would never wear that. Why did they do their hair like that? I would never do my hair like that. Well, it's not your hair and you didn't do your hair like that. So why does it bother you? Because it bothers you because deep down inside, you may not want to wear your hair like that, but it's something that you want to do with your hair that you're not confident enough to do with your hair. So the fact that that person was able to be bold and brave and do what they wanted to do with their hair, it bothers you. It bothers you. And in my live yesterday, I was saying, like, it irritates people's spirit. It irritates the spirit of the ego. Because the ego is that prideful one. The ego is that, oh, I'm better than you. Just, the selfishness, all the things, the judgment, oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. Like, that's all ego. But when you living and operating from your soul and from your heart space and accepting you and all of you, once you have fully accepted you and all of you and how you show up in life, guess what? Nothing that nobody else doing is like interrupting your world. Nothing that nobody else is doing is interrupting your world. What did you start cleaning? Nothing that um nothing that nobody else doing is interrupting your world like that. It's just not. Cause you're too busy focusing on you and what you're doing and what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? When you have accepted you in your life and where you are, the choices that you make, it's your choices. You're doing it because that's what you want to do. Once you have come to that wholeness within yourself and hold space for yourself in that way, you're able to hold space for others. You're like, look, these people just living their life. They trying to figure it out just like me. It's recognizing that I don't have this thing figured out. Even it don't matter how much I have went through, how much I know. I understand that I know everything that I know from what I've experienced, and then there's a whole lot that I don't know that I'm open to discovering and learning for myself and what resonate with me and what align with me on my path. And the people who are not on that path, like, I see them. Like, it's okay for you to be who you are, to believe what you believe, to know what you know. Because, some people in the state of believing, some people are in the state of knowing. That's two different energies. Both are valid. The people who know. And the people who believe, they're believing. They're trying to find their way to that knowing. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So once you accept you, then you're able to accept others. And I'm talking about this because the person who asked the question yesterday, it just made me start to think more about that. It's like, if somebody wanted to be a cat and they're a person and they walked around saying, I'm a cat, who am I to tell them that they're not a cat? Like, why is that bothering me? If they're content in that peace with saying they're a cat, who am I to tell them that they're not a cat? Who am I? If that's their truth and that's what they believe, guess what? You're happy, you're at peace. It makes you feel good, it feels good to your soul, then hey, be a cat. And I'm just using that for an example. But it's simple things. Simple things. Simple things. Why do we get ourselves in an uproar about what other people are doing in their life, how they're showing up? Everybody's just doing the best that they can with the tools that they have. And sometimes that best for that person is just that. It may look very different for you and how you're showing up in your world. But guess what? In that person world, they're doing the best that they can. So if that person in that person world, they, still getting their kids fast food, or they still buying processed foods or whatever, because I'm looking at the comments and the things that people say to people like, oh, stop being lazy and just cook and do this. Like, you don't know these people's life. And if you out here and you able to cook from scratch and do all those things, be content with that. But why would this person is doing bothering you? You know what I'm saying? Be content with you and how you're living your life in your own world. Because this person is in their own world and they're doing the best that they can with the tools that they have. So the projections, that's why it's so important to come back to you and know who you are and be content in that. Build that foundation for yourself. Like, I know who I am. I know how I'm showing up. So when somebody come and say, oh, well, she doing this, or she lazy, or, you know, she have her children eating out 5 days a week or whatever, like whatever the thing is, if that person is doing the best that they can with where they are, they're content. The question is, why is it bothering you? So then you need to go within yourself and ask the question, like, why does this bother me? What about this irritates me? And then you may want to make it be about that person, but it ain't about that person. It's all about you. It's all about you. So taking accountability and responsibility for you and how you showing up in life. Because at the end of the day, it always come back to you. Every road always leads back to you. The things that you say, the projections that you put out there, you projecting it, but it really only reflects you. It reflects you. It don't reflect that person. Because that person living their life. They ain't out here judging you. They ain't out here judging you. They just trying to survive. They just trying to do what they can do in this life. This life is not easy for everybody. Because you have the people who walk around like it's so easy. Like, oh, even the people who feel like they got it all together ain't got it all together. They just pretending. They just pretending. Because all the money in the world, all the things in the world, guess what? What's happening internally? Yeah, that stuff ain't solving. That stuff ain't solving. So you can see the people who are at peace within themselves versus the people who are battling within themselves. The people who are experiencing heaven on earth within themselves, and the people who are experiencing hell within themselves, battling themselves, because that's who you're battling at the end of the day. You and you. You and you. Internally, it's you and you. It's nothing outside of you. You may project and try to make it be about that, but at the end of the day, every road leads back to you. Every road leads you back to you, coming within yourself. So, why is it important to begin to choose you, come back to your heart, and understand that you are the most important thing in this world, in your eternal world, because everybody's living in their own world. Everybody have their own thing going on. Everybody's trying to figure it out. But why it's important to come to you and understand all of you and accept all of you, so then you can begin to hold space and accept others for who they are on their path. So when you realize that you're not perfect, you don't have it all figured out, you're learning and growing just like everybody else, even though some people look like they're not learning and growing. They're still learning and growing at some capacity. You know what I'm saying? But um, at the heart of it, like, it doesn't matter what anybody else on their path. Like, we really just trying to all figure it out. And when you come back to that understanding and that knowing, you move different in life. You move different in life. So, um, that's it for that topic. But um, I also talked yesterday about just taking time to just appreciate you in this moment. Like, taking a moment to just stop and appreciate you and where you are and how much work you have done in this world to get to this space that you're in now. No, you don't have it all figured out. You're not doing everything right. It's always going to be something, right? But take time to stop and look at how far you have come, because I realized on my own path, and like my spiritual team is showing me, like my soul is saying, hey, I need you to just slow down, just stop. There is nothing else for you to do right now, but sit and reflect on how much you have already done and have gratitude and appreciation for all of the work that you have done to get to this space. And yesterday when I had that aha moment, I was like, and this has been happening for a couple of um weeks now. I've been having like little moments where my soul is like, look at the work that you have done. Like, you keep saying, what else do I need to do? Like, it's something else that I need to do. Like, what should I be doing? Like, I haven't done enough. And it's like, you're doing too much. Like, there is nothing else. Right now in this moment, there is nothing else. We just need you to acknowledge, appreciate, and honor how much work you have put into this life. How much work you have put into you being the best version of you and being able to show up how you're showing up today. Like, take a moment and just reflect on that. And so they are forcing me to do that. And where I felt like I wasn't getting that acknowledgement outside of myself, like from people, I had to start to, first of all, do it for myself. And it'd be very short little glimpse of, oh, God, wow, you did a good job. Oh my goodness, like you did this or whatever. But never just sit down and like took it all in, like how I've shown up and the things that I've been through and how I worked through those things and how I didn't let those things change me into a mean and nasty person. How I continue to choose to show up and just say, no, I don't want to be a part of the problem of the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to show up differently. Like, life has happened to me, but I don't have to let that affect me in a negative way where I show up and I'm projecting that same hurt that was done to me onto others. And so I had to just begin to kind of like sit down and see and realize. So, like I said, they started to force me to slow down and see it, because I have had phone calls where my niece, she had this moment where she told me, like, TD, wow, like I've never realized just the work that you've been putting into how you show up in life. And as she's talking to me and sharing this with me, I'm like in tears. And she's like, TD, are you crying? I'm like, yeah, because this is the definition of what people mean when they say give people their flowers while they're here. And what that means is letting people know how they have affected your life um in the beautiful ways, right? How, what they mean to you while they're here, like telling them those things while they're here. Because a lot of times we wait until people are gone and we're like, oh my goodness, like I wish I would have told them this, or I wish, all the things. So that's what it means to give people their flowers while they're here. It's like letting them know, like, oh my goodness, like I just love and appreciate how you always able to hold space for me and see me in ways that people are not able to see me. And for me, I'm just so busy being who I am that I don't even realize the impact or what I'm doing. It's just like I'm just showing up, just being who I am. So I'm not recognizing the work that I'm putting into this world, the work that I'm putting into myself, because I'm just constantly doing it. So I'm being guided to just slow down and just smell the roses. And what that means is coming back to myself and appreciating all the hard work that I have put into this life to be, the best version of myself, no matter what's going on around me, to go within myself and create this beautiful, peaceful energy within myself, because it wasn't always that. It was a lot of chaos, a lot of guilt and shame, like a lot of just holding on to all of the burdens of life and the things that had happened to me. So being able to go in and do that work and clear out those things, like, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of, like, just catering to you, just being okay with being with you and being uncomfortable with the not so good feelings, because it's easy to be in the good feelings, right? The joy, the happy moments, all of the good experience. It's easy to be there, but it's not easy to be in the negative emotions. Who wants to experience that? Nobody wants to feel those things, but it's a part of life. So it's accepting that this is a part of life. What has helped me to make peace within myself is to accept the fact that I can't escape these things, right? It's gonna happen in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'm gonna be hurt. I'm not gonna escape this life without being hurt by somebody or something. You know what I'm saying? Now I just know how to handle those hurts. Versus before, I was like holding on to it for decades at a time, or, like, oh, this person hurt me, and, you're feeling some type of way forever. Like, that burden is too heavy to carry. Like, no. So once I learned how to detach myself from the things, and not detachment in a way where I'm walking through life saying nothing bothers me, or, I'm this, hey, I'm this soul that nothing bothers me, this happy go lucky soul. I mean, 80% of the time, I'm really in that energy because I choose to be. I choose not to let the things bring me down. You know what I'm saying? Or weigh me down. So it's a choice. Every day, we have that freedom of choice. How you want to let these things affect you? Are you going to take the experience and see what you learned from that experience? Or if you didn't learn from the experience, you're just going to keep meeting people that's going to bring that same experience to you. Different person, same experience, right? Because you may cut the person off, be like, I ain't dealing with them. But then you meet somebody else and it looks different. But then you meet that person and it's like, damn, how I let that happen again? Because you didn't learn what you were supposed to learn from that experience. And sometimes it is just as simple as that person didn't value me. So I need to first of all learn how to value myself. So then when I meet that next person who don't know how to value me, I'm gonna recognize it before 16 years. And I'm just using that for an example. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it may be just a month. You'd be like, oh wait, hold up. That person showing signs of not valuing me very early. Whereas before, you ignored all the signs and then moved into that relationship, and now you went from 16 years to 5 years being with this person or whatever. Like, and that's just examples of, if you don't get the lesson that you were meant to experience from that hurt, that heartbreak, or whatever that you went through. So understanding that, but I had to just coming back to, like, just honoring where we are in this present moment and recognizing how much work we have put into this life. And each and every one of you have done some work. Like, I don't know how old you are, where you are on your path, but just take time to just look. No matter what happened, you're still here. You're still showing up. You're still choosing you and how. You know what I'm saying? So give yourself credit for that. Like, we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I'm just learning how to do that. No more time to waste. You're right. Like, for real. And once you start to value your time and your energy, baby, let me tell you, you be like, wait, hold up. I ain't got time for that. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. I'm 36 and I'm at that pivotal fork in the road. I know, like, come on. Like, how much time, and I say this lightly because it's like, how much time have we wasted? And we feel like that, but the time still wasn't wasted. Even though we feel that way, like, there still was value in the things that we experienced and what we went through. But then you begin to value you. When you begin to value you and all of you, and look at your time and your energy like currency, I like to tell people, like, I value my time and my energy how people value money. And when I started to look at it that way, it was like, who throwing away well, some people throwing away their money. But I don't want to throw away my money. I don't want to waste my time and my energy on things that are not serving me for my highest good, for me to be a better version of me. If it's not serving me, like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to give it time. I don't want to give it energy. Like, I can let it be where it is, or that person to do what they want to do or what they choosing to do without judgment. It's like, okay, you want to live this life where you want to stay stuck in the past, or you want to sit around and judge people, or just be in that vibration and that energy. And if that's what you choose to do, hey, I respect you. I send you love, peace on your path, but that don't align with me. And so I just keep going on my path, right? Um, I had a friend today who I was talking to, and I was just telling her how, you know, as long as, because I know, like, we have some people who say, I don't want to be around certain type of people because they feel like, these people can influence them to fall into old patterns and begin to do things that they feel like they have overcame or no longer do. But I need people to understand that that's not entirely true. It's only true if the foundation that you have built within yourself is not solid. Because if you, let's just say, I'm going to use an alcoholic for example, right? If you were alcoholic and you have gotten to that place where you have overcame this obstacle and your foundation is solid, like truly solid, you can go in the bar, your friends can be drinking, and you can still be there, be present with them without judgment, have a good time, and say, you know what, I'm gonna take my tea or my water or whatever, let them be who they are and do what they're doing, and you coexist with them. Like, as long, I feel like, as long as people respect you on your path, you respect them, like, y'all not trying to change each other in a way of like forcing that change, right? Y'all can share experiences, y'all can talk about where y'all are on y'all path without judgment, without guilt and shame, or shaming the other person for where they are or the things that they're choosing to continue to do. As long as y'all can hold that space and coexist with each other, be in harmony, then y'all both are on solid grounds in y'all own path. But it's when we're lying to ourselves and we're saying like, oh, um, I'm over that, or I don't overcame that, and we know that at the heart and core of it, we're not being honest with ourselves. And then if you go and you're around your friends who's drinking, and then they're like, man, just take a drink, and they can influence you, that's because you're not confident within yourself, and you haven't fully completed the work that you were supposed to complete. So then, yeah, that person can bring you back to that space because is not a solid foundation that you have built. But when you have built that solid foundation within yourself and you're doing the work and you've healed from the things, or you were able to, make it over that obstacle or work through the things that you needed to work through to get past that, then there's nothing that nobody can do to shake your foundation. Absolutely nothing. And the only way you know that you have truly grown in that area is to be presented with a similar situation. Because it's easy to say, like, oh, I'm I'm done with that. I'm better than that. Like, I don't evolve past that. And let's just say gossiping, for example, right? Oh, that ain't me. That's low vibrational stuff. Like, the high vibrational people like to say. That's low vibrational energy. The only way you know that you are past that, like you have grown past that energy, is to be in that energy and see what you do in that situation. When you in that situation with somebody gossiping, are you going to join in, or are you going to say, you know what, I'm not having this conversation with you? I'm not having this conversation with you. Either we can talk about us, or how we can be better in our lives, but I'm not about to sit here and talk about this person with you, dragging this person down, especially if we're not talking about something that can uplift this person or help this person to be a better version of themselves. We're not having this conversation. So it's like, we can say all day that things don't affect us, or we have evolved past this, we're better than this. Like, you don't know that until you're in the situation. You don't know that you have fully changed until you are in the situation to show that you have fully changed. So it's not that, oh, I can't be around low vibrational people, or um like this energy of I'm better than. If you're better than, then guess what? You can be around that person and still be who you are without being affected. Facts. That's facts. So if you truly have changed, if you truly have done the work, then guess what? You can show up and be you, no matter where you are, no matter what type of crowd you're around. You will not be influenced by the things, because you have built your confidence in yourself and the things that you have chosen to let go within yourself. And it's not saying, oh, because I chose not to do this, or I no longer do this, that because this person is doing this, that they're less than me. No. And for me, like, I'm only able to see these things because I live these things. Like, I was somebody who, when I was younger, I was surrounded by people who drank and smoked. Like, I'm talking about, seemed like almost everybody that I knew, like my grandfather smoked weed. I don't think my grandfather drank. I don't ever remember him drinking, but he smoked weed. My dad drank beer and smoked cigarettes, and like my brother smoked. My brother drank. Like, my mom drank pop pills, smoked, cigarettes. She never smoked weed, because the one time she said she smoked weed, she said she saw monkeys. So she never did it again. But when I was younger, like, I used to smoke weed. I used to drink. I tried cigarettes. It was disgusting. So I didn't do that. But my dad always smoked. My mom always smoked. And I think me trying it and just saying, like, this is disgusting. I don't want this. Like, it never was something that I got addicted to. But then I realized on my own path, it was like, wow, I was surrounded by all these people, but that didn't influence me to be this or want to do this. So you are who you are. The choices that you make, is it because of the influence that was around you, or is it something that you just was supposed to experience on your path? I mean, that's a question, because for me, I can dismantle that statement of you are who you surround yourself with, or you are the environment that you were raised in. Like, I can dismantle that, because I know the environment that I was raised in, the people that I was raised around, the things that they did, I did the total opposite. I did the total opposite. So, it's who is really influencing you. Is it just things that each individual was going to experience in this life? Because, I just asked myself that question because it's like, wow, I see my life and I only can go based off my life and my experience. And everybody can only go based off of their life and their experience. They only can speak on things from their perception of life and the things that they have experienced. That's the only way that they can give advice from that standpoint. So when you meet somebody who is saying something like that, maybe that was their experience. Does it make it wrong? No. But what I'm saying is that stuff don't define you, and you could have been raised in the worst environment and grow up to be the most beautiful person in the world. So it was destined for you to be that person. So we have to continue to choose and listen to our inner voice that's always speaking to us. Where what you see on the outside and everything around you may be saying, hey, this is how you should be. And your soul is saying, nah, I don't like that. Like, I don't resonate with that. I don't agree with that. And it's not saying that you're wrong. It's just saying that it's wrong for me, right? So on my path, and I'm glad I'm in this space now, because I was in a space where I used to be in that energy like, oh, that's wrong. This is right. It shouldn't be like this, or that person shouldn't be doing this, or that person shouldn't be doing that. And that was just so much energy. It was draining. It was exhausting. And I was like, I don't want to continue to just live in that energy. Like, what is right for me? What is true for me? Because what's true for me may not be true for the next person. And that doesn't make what their truth is a lie. It's just not my truth. And I'm okay with that. I made peace with my truth, so I'm able to make peace with other people's truth. And it looks different. And that's okay. Who am I to tell you that you didn't experience what you experienced? My mom smoked weed, she saw monkeys. I smoke weed and I just got the munchies. You know what I'm saying? Does that invalidate her experience? No, it don't. That happened to her, and I had a friend who, you know, she had an experience that she shared with me. And I just told her, like, I never experienced that before. But I can't tell you that that wasn't real for you because you experienced that. I said, what I can tell you is my understanding of why I never experienced it is just because I never feared that. That never was a fear of mine. Whereas it was a fear of yours, so you experienced it. You got to see what that fear was like, and you got to experience that thing. So even when I didn't realize that I just held space in a way for people to just be who they are, I always held that space for people to just be who they are because I always just wanted to be me. I always just wanted to show up in life and just be me and people to accept me for who I was and how I was showing up in the present moment. You know what I'm saying? With flaws and all. But when people didn't accept me that way, it hurt me. And it only hurt me because I hadn't accepted myself and all my flaws. So now that I have, if somebody don't accept me or, they want to judge me or whatever, I let them. Because their judgment and their opinion of me has nothing to do with me. So all of that came from me just accepting me. All of me. Like, I'm not perfect. I don't have it all figured out. I know everything and I know nothing. And both things are true. So, once you live in your truth, you're emotionally untouchable. Facts. That is facts. And I love it. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm like, that's power. Who don't want that type of power? And then when you get to that place, like, I don't want to control other people. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that type of power. I want the power where I just control me, how I show up, how I respond to things, how I let things affect me, like how once the thing has affected me, like how I'm gonna show up after that. Like, that's the power I want. But you're right. Ain't nothing like being emotionally untouchable because you done gathered all your stuff and you saying, hey, I accepted me and I'm okay. I know who I am. So somebody can come, pass their judgment. Oh, she crazy or she this or, all the things that people say. I had somebody call me a witch the other day. Not the other day on live. That was a couple of weeks ago. And did it affect me? No. You gonna think what you want. I know who I am. So if you think I'm a witch, then hey, I'm a witch to you. I don't know what to tell you. But somebody spoke on Kanye's song. I think he said, how can one man have all that power, or why should one man have all that power? I can't remember the lyrics, but we have so much power within ourselves, and I understand how people can be afraid of that because it's a lot to take accountability and responsibility for your life. That's powerful. Some people don't want it. Some people are okay with blaming other people and constantly pointing a finger outside of themselves. And because then, I don't have to take accountability or responsibility for how I'm showing up. So if I can say, oh, I was hurt all my life, that's why I keep hurting people, that's my excuse to keep hurting people. Or I can say, I was hurt all my life and I know how that made me feel. So I no longer want to affect people that way. So then you begin to make a different choice. So you can either, everything is a choice, free will. You can take all the things in this life that has hurt you and say, oh, this is my excuse to hurt people, to be mean and nasty to people. Or you can say, wow, I know how that made me feel. I'm not trying to make nobody feel what I felt. And come into that, and then come into understanding that, wow, other people may have experienced similar things already, so they're already hurting. Do I want to add on to their hurt? Do I want to be a part of the problem or a part of the solution? It's a choice. So when you realize that everything is a choice for you, you see how people are making their choices, you just begin to move different in this life. So that's what it is. So I realized I had to go through all of that work. I had to I my soul chose this path this way. Cause sometimes I stop and I'm like, so what type of soul choose this type of path? This path was crazy. But when I look, like, it was crazy as hell. It was hard. I ain't even about the front. There was many times I couldn't see beyond where I was. I couldn't even see this space right here that I'm in because I was just so in it and it was consuming me. And it was so hard. But now I see why I had to go through those things and experience the things that I did on my path because it gave me so much clarity just on life and being able to hold space for people. So coming to this space of accepting me and all of me and saying it's okay for me to be me, to hold that space for myself, now I can hold that space for others and say, hey, it's okay to be you. It's okay that you're not perfect, that you don't have it all figured out. Nobody has it all figured out. So I had to accept all of those things for myself, endure all the things that I endured, not allow it to change me in a negative way, to be able to show up as this version of myself to say, hey, it's okay for you to be you. And you may say, man, I'm still struggling with this. Oh, I haven't, I'm still not eating right, because I read this comment yesterday on somebody's video, and somebody went in the comment section and said, God doesn't care if you, I think they use drinking and smoking or whatever. I think they say drinking, smoking, or what you eat or whatever. God don't care about that. God just cared that you care about it. Some kind of way they worded it. But of course, that caused this whole just ripple effect of people going in that person comment and saying, oh, God do care. And if you don't care about your temple that God gave you, then, all this confusion and chaos. But people only coming from their perspective of their own life experience. But I understood what the person was saying. And what they were saying was, you have people who are struggling with these things, and they feel like they're so disconnected from source because they're doing this. And I know from my own personal experience, and my thing was, I had done let go of the smoking and drinking, and I wasn't doing those things. I wasn't addicted to those things. My addiction was food. Like, I love to eat, and it wasn't always the good things or what people say is good, right? Because what's good or bad depends on the person and what your body's telling you. So what's good for one person may be bad for the next. So somebody may go through life eating fast food their whole damn life and, make it to old age. You'd be like, how did they do that? That was their path, whatever. But what I'm saying is you have these things that make you feel like you're disconnected from source because you're doing it. And the only disconnect that comes is when you're judging yourself for where you are and what you're doing, right? It's like for me, I was judging myself because the world kept saying, this stuff is bad for you. Oh, you don't love yourself if you're eating this stuff. Like, honor your temple, just do all these things. But I had to realize on my path and where I was, that was the best that I can do where I was at the time. And so I came to this space where I was eating better, I was making better choices, I was able to cut all the things out that I thought was bad. I cut them out of my life, but then I came to this point where all those things resurfaced and I was eating the same things. And I was like, how did I get back here? It's not, how did I get back here? Why did I get back here? And the why was because when I was doing it before, I was judging myself the whole time. I'm eating the stuff and I'm judging myself. I'm thinking, oh, because I'm eating this, is disconnecting me from source, like all of the things that I was telling myself because of what the world was saying. But when I came back to me and my truth and what my soul was saying, like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You are enough and you are not disconnected from source because source is on the inside of you. So come back to you and reconnect to you and know your life, know your experience, know how these things are affecting you. Like your whole life, you've been eating this stuff, again, doing the best that you could with the tools that you had, and how you were showing up in life and how you can provide for yourself. What was convenient for you in the time. You didn't have the mental space to be in the kitchen cooking. So you ate what you could. And that's okay. Right? So I understood what that person was saying when they said, God don't care about that stuff. Because there are so many people who think that, oh, I can't go to source. I can't pray or talk to the divine because I'm drinking, I'm smoking. First of all, is accepting without judgment that you're doing it. Okay, I'm doing this. I have accepted the fact that this is where I am on my path. This is what I'm doing. This is a problem. I want to change it. It's the awareness first, the acceptance next, and then change can begin to happen. But it's when you able to do the thing without judging yourself and condemning yourself. I'm doing this and it's okay. So I had to go all the way back on that path because now, like, I eat all the things. Just in this last couple of weeks, I've been eating all of the junk. And I've been doing it, but I realize I'm conscious and I'm not judging myself. It's like, nope, I'm eating this right now and this is what I want. Like I'm eating it without judgment. I'm eating it without judgment, without judging myself, without condemning myself. I know this does not disconnect me from source. Like I know that. So, it's just listening to your body. What works for you, what worked for you last month may not work for you this month. Or what worked for you 10 years ago may not work for you right now. It's listening to what your body's telling you, not what the world is telling you. Your body may be saying, hey, you need to slack up on that red meat. Then you slack up on the red meat or you just stop eating it. But your body gonna always tell you what you need, what's working for you in that moment, what's not working for you. Like it's always going to do that for you. So trust it. Trust yourself, not what everybody else is saying because they're not living your life. They're not in your body. And you just have to dismantle the lies. The lies from outside of yourself because what's true for you? Like people say, oh, that stuff is gonna kill you. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. It's like it's not healthy. It's not this. And for me on my own path, like I said, I have not always eaten the best or what's considered as the best food to the world. But every time I go to the doctor, like I go to my yearly checkups, throughout that, I don't have to go to the doctor for the things. And when I was listening to all those outside voices saying, hey, this is wrong, you shouldn't be eating that, that's garbage, it's poison, it's all the things, I had to come back to myself and what was true for me. It was like, I've been eating this my whole life. And every time I go for my yearly checkup, the doctors ask all the things. Have you ever had this? Do you have high blood pressure? Do it run in your family? I'm like, yeah. Have you ever experienced these things? No. They do my blood work. Everything come back. The only thing that I've ever struggled with as far as my blood work would be my iron. And that's, yeah, my iron. That was it. But other than that, like everything would always come back normal. And then I got to this point to where I was pre-diabetic for a little short period of time. But then I just cut back. Like I needed to lose weight. I did all the things that I needed to do, but like no real issues. Nothing. You know. But not listening to my body. So when my body tell me, hey, that's enough. That overindulging of the things. And talk about addictions. We try to say this addiction is worse than this addiction. I had to realize that an addiction is an addiction. So when I was in my marriage, my ex-husband was an alcoholic. I was judging him at first. I was like, just get your shit together. Like, stop drinking. And then my soul showed me, like, okay, you're talking to him about that. If it's so easy, then you stop overindulging in the things that you overindulging in, because that's an addiction too. So it may be coffee, it may be the sweets that you're eating. It's still an addiction if you can't stop eating it or drinking it. It's still an addiction. It's not one is worse than the other. It's just like, it ain't good if you overindulging in it. So when you begin to accept those things for yourself, you're able to accept them things for others without judgment, no matter how big or how small it is. You just look at it as the thing, not that this one is better than this one, or I can judge you about this until you get your shit together, but I'm doing this and I can't even get my shit together with this. So it's just you begin to hold the same space that you hold for yourself, you begin to hold for others. So it's that. This tea is so good. It's cold now. Seeing monkeys is crazy. Laugh out loud, and cigs are gross. Cigarettes are gross. Oh my goodness. Cigarettes are disgusting. But yeah, the monkey story always cracked me up with my mom. But I tell you one thing, as far as I remember, I don't think she ever smoked weed again. But yeah, I mean, hey, everybody have their different experiences with that. For me, it was easy for me to stop smoking weed because I just had this aha moment where I was like, what is this doing for me? Like, what purpose is this serving in my life? I smoke it, I have the munchies, I go eat a bunch of junk food, and then I want to go to bed. So, what is this doing for my life? And I just stopped doing it. It just was that simple for me with that. But, I've had my things as far as, like just like I said, eating. And then I realized, like, on my path, like, my soul was like, hey, we have to just let this go because this would be so bad if you indulge in these things the way that you indulge in a coffee that you like or anything that I like. I had this habit where if I eat something and it's good, I have to eat it until I no longer like it. And I didn't realize that that was the case until I became aware of it. And I was like, what is that? Like, why do I have to just drink, or eat this thing until I no longer like it? Then I can leave it alone. It was such a weird thing for me, but I was doing it. And I was like, what is the deeper meaning to this? Like, what does this mean? Why am I doing this? This is crazy. But I've gotten so much better. Like, now I can go get a coffee and, just go get a Starbucks drink or whatever and enjoy it and not go back for months. Like, I had Starbucks the other day and I hadn't had Starbucks in months. And I used to always say, like, I ain't gonna never be that person sitting in that long line for no coffee. I used to judge those people in the drive-through. Was like that little lady, they little logo, how she is like this. I was like, she's never gonna get me. It's like she telling the people, come on, come get some Starbucks. I was like, she's never gonna get me. And my coworker brought me something from there one day. And ever since then, I was hooked on it and was going to Starbucks. I was that person in the drive-through every day or every other day. And I was sitting in the drive-through line one day and I was like, I done became that person that I was judging. So that's why they say, be careful what you say you'll never do, because you just never know. You never know. But, yeah. Hmm. I just love this space. And my heart and soul is just, and my prayer is just that no matter where people are on their path, that they just make peace within themselves and where they are, wherever that's at. It don't have to look like my path. It doesn't have to look like their parents or, you know, your siblings or whoever. You know, you looking at outside of yourself and just thinking, hey, I want my life to be that or this. It's accepting your life for where it is, accepting you for where you are, and just being okay with that, because there is no greater feeling than that, right? It is what it is. But you have the power to make the changes that you want to see in your life. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, where you are, what you're struggling with. None of that matters. Nope. The only thing that matters is the choice that you're making in the present moment. So that's it. That's it. So at first I was like, struggling to do this, thinking, why do I have to do this? I don't want to do this. Why do I have to share? Why do I have to be vulnerable and share my heart with the world? But now I know why, and I'm okay. Like, because I've made peace with just all of me. And I'm not afraid to share because I don't have nothing to be afraid of when it comes to that, when it comes to me, because this is who I am, this is my truth, and I have accepted all of it. So we share from that space to help others to accept where they are on their path in their truth. And even when it's messy, it's okay. It's okay to be you. And once you set yourself free, then guess what? You want everybody to be free. But you know that everybody's not going to choose that. And you made peace with that too. So it's like the people who want to be free, the people who no longer want to hold on to the things, the people who no longer want to live in their own internal hell, they're going to begin to choose peace. And choosing peace is accepting you and where you are on your path with all of your flaws and all of your beauty. Is saying, I am that I am. I am that I am. I'm not perfect. I'm embracing my imperfections and it is okay. So, yeah, like it feels good to be here and share. So, I'm going to keep showing up because it's not just healing for me. Yeah, it's a ripple effect. But it's always for me first because talking is healing, you know, being true to you and helping others to be true to themselves is a beautiful thing. So I am going to, I feel like that's it. Usually when I get on, I feel like I know the things that I want to share, and then it goes wherever my heart leads me. But like right now, I feel content and at peace, you know, with what I shared today. And yeah, that's it. But it's freedom. It's freedom. It's being okay with change and realizing that it's okay for things to change. Because sometimes we just get so comfortable, even when things are uncomfortable. Like we're comfortable being uncomfortable, and we don't want to let go because we don't know what's on the other side of that change. But it's always something beautiful. At least that's what I have discovered. Like, so I have gotten so good at letting go because it's like whatever's meant to be is going to be. And, you know, everything happens for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So just allowing life to be what it is and not being attached to the things. So I've been detaching. Um, and I'm getting really good at it. It feels good. It's like, I'm not attached to that. The good or the bad. Like, I don't want to be attached to neither. Like, I just appreciate them for what they are. But, like, it's not something that I'm, like, attached to. Like, oh, if I lose this, then who am I? If I lose this, then who am I? I am who I am. With all of the things that life has brought my way. But I'm excited for the beauty that I have created within myself Like I'm already seeing it so clearly outside of me. So I'm just excited for the things that's, coming, the things that I'm drawing towards me with the energy, the new energy that I have created within myself. Because before it was very heavy, very dark. Um, yeah, very heavy and very dark. But I was battling with it within myself, not so much projecting it outside of me. So suffering in silence, that's what I was doing. But it all was a part of the journey. I just subscribed, Queen. Keep on pushing this positive energy. Salute to you, Queen, and love from Charlotte. Oh, thank you. Was I in, yeah, Charlotte? No, North Carolina. Oh, Raleigh. That's where we went this summer. But thank you. I appreciate that. Um, it's so beautiful out there. Oh my goodness. Like I love all the trees. The trees were so tall and so beautiful. I was like, I just want to stay here for the trees. It's gorgeous out there. Like the energy out there was amazing. And I just feel like all those trees, like they have more trees than buildings. Okay, yeah, because I want to go to Charlotte. I was like, I want to go to Charlotte, but we were in between Raleigh and Durham. Um, and like I said, just that area was so beautiful, and I was like, I just want to stay. We was out there for a week, so I definitely want to go see Charlotte. But I absolutely loved all the trees and just the beautiful energy. It was very beautiful, and the food was good. You're a New Yorker, huh? No, I was born and raised in New Orleans. So, our food out there is pretty amazing. What was given New Yorker? That's the first time I heard that one. Oh, no, you're cool. I just never heard New Yorker. Every time I think that my New Orleans accent is gone, somebody reminds me that it's not. They say when I get comfortable, that's when it comes out. So, you know. Oh, hmm. Oh, goodness. My day did go well. I had a really good day. I retwisted the top part of my hair. And yeah, this is so I locked my hair as an act of self love and me pouring into me. So that was the step that I took towards, like, okay, I'm going to do this as an act of self love and pouring into myself. So I locked my hair in 2020. And I was like, I'm going to do it myself and I'm going to retwist it and lock it myself. And I've been doing it ever since. And so these babies are a representation of the love that I have poured into myself. And this is the longest my hair has ever been in my life because I always chop it off once it get to my shoulders. So it's just has been a beautiful journey. So today I wasn't planning on doing my hair, but I took time to do the top part because it takes a long time. And so that's what I did today, and just was present with myself. And you know, I'm third shifting as of now. Electronical engineering is fun, honestly. That is my strength. I love that. I love that. Third shifting. Oh my goodness. That is a tough shift. I remember doing that. My son doing it right now. I'm like, man, that's the hardest shift. And for me, it was because fighting with yourself to stay awake, man, it was a battle. Fighting with myself to stay awake, I was like, I can't do this much longer. And I did it while I was pregnant with my last son. It was a nightmare. It was the battle between me and me trying to stay awake. I was literally fighting with myself. See, you used to it then. For me personally, I was like, I don't think it's something that you could get used to because, man, that was crazy. So do you sleep during the day? Like, how does that work? Because sleeping during the day was hard for me with all the noise and just all the things. But I can remember working grave shift for security at the hospital. And I can remember, baby, I used to go find me a spot to take me a nap. I was like, I'm going to sleep. I'm not about to keep doing this. So I set my alarm, or I'm asleep for 20 minutes. And I used to go take me a nap. Yes, I wake up around 3 p.m. Get off like 7 a.m. Oh, okay. Well, see, you got your routine and it's working for you, so I love that. You know, you got to find your thing. I was just talking about that earlier. Like, you know, what work for one person may not work for the next, and that's okay. Like, everything is not for everybody. You just have to know your thing. What feels good to your soul in the present moment. So, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. It's like knowing what's not working for you and then letting it go. Because if you choose to stay in something that's not working for you, then it's a disservice to yourself. And that ain't okay. It's like, why are you making yourself suffer in that way? So I love that. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. How's the weather? Oh, thank you. I'm a Sagittarius. And my rising sign is a Virgo. I'm trying to remember. And I have a Libra moon. I have a Libra moon. How's the weather out there in North Carolina? Do you know your rising sign? Or what sign your moon is in? It's been a long time since I looked at my chart, so I can't remember the other ones. But I always tell people it's so funny because you know how people judge the signs. They be like, oh, this sign is this, or this sign is that. And I'm like, they don't even realize that they have some of those signs in a chart placement. So it's like we're all connected. So somewhere in your chart, you may have that sign that irritates you, maybe in your chart somewhere. So don't judge the signs. Like, don't do it. Because you just don't know. You love hard. It's like, Oh, definitely. No, I don't know what mines are. Can you enlighten me? Um, I don't know what yours is. I don't know what yours are. You only thing you have to do is go online and like put your birthday in, and you have to know the time you were born. Yeah, your date of birth, the time you were born, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they ask like where, like the area that you were born in. But yeah, just put that in and it'll tell you like all the placements in your chart. But yeah, so we do. We love hearts. We definitely do. You know, but there's a difference between a low vibrational Sag and a high vibrational Sag. So in the low vibrational energy, we're something else, and in the high vibrational energy, we're something else. So I done been in both. So, you know. Right now I'm in my high vibrational Sag. I love hard. Um, but I'm allowing that love to continue to flow, right? Because we can shut off, we can let the things affect us in the same way, in that negative way, and be in that low vibrational state. But for me, it's like this is who I am. Like I love people. I love people, just period. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if I know you or not. Like I love you. You know, I just that's just me. That's just me. And at first, I felt like it was. Mm, how can I word this? At first, I felt like it was a weakness to love the way that I love. But nope, that's my strength. That's my strength. And so now I, use discernment. I use discernment. The love is who I am. So that ain't going nowhere. But I use discernment on, you know, how I love people. Am I loving them close up and personal? Is it from a distance? You know, that's what it is. That is one of my strengths, and I used to think it was a weakness. So it's just knowing you and who you are and how you show up and recognizing that some people will try to take advantage of that if you let them. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. So, I don't know. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. I feel like, yeah, I just want to be here for a little while longer. I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to have to post this later, but my my spiritual team, like in the divine, communicate with me through music. I've shared this on my channel, and I just love that. I love music so much, and I never realized my love for music and my connection to music had everything to do with the way that my spiritual team and the divine communicate with me. Just my whole life, I've loved music, and I've had these moments where I went through these phases of, oh, I'm not gonna listen to this type of music, or this music is bad, or, you know, when I was in the church, I was like, I'm no longer listening to secular music. I'm only gonna listen to Christian music. And I went through that phase where I was just listening to Christian music. Then when I came out of the church, it was like, I'm no longer going to listen to Christian music because I don't agree with that. I'm back to listening to whatever I want to listen to except for that. And now I listen to all types of music. It just depends on my vibe and what I'm feeling. But that's how my spiritual team communicate with me. And so for me, it's coming back to your inner knowing, your guidance, what your inner voice is telling you, and what your spiritual team is speaking to you. So I had this I had this moment where these Christian songs kept playing in my head. And I was like, why does this song keep coming up? And I was like, I'm not going. So my reason for not listening to it, it wasn't so much that I wasn't in a church anymore. I didn't believe that. It was just that I don't want to listen to this because I don't want people thinking I'm a Christian. And because I'm not, right? But when I was a Christian, those songs I enjoyed. Those songs spoke to me in a beautiful way. Those songs helped me on my path at that time. And so a couple of months ago, like this one song kept coming up for me, I'm Gonna Be Ready by Yolanda Adams. And I kept saying, why is this song coming up? Like, I haven't listened to Christian music in forever. And I went and I played the song. And the song was so perfect for where I was on my path. And I've gotten to this space to where I can listen to music because I've been detaching from all the things. I've gotten to this space to where I can listen to music and not attach the things to it. So, okay, I'm no longer in a space where I am in that religion or I believe this truth. But how does this apply to my life right now? And I know that she may be singing to Jesus and saying these things, but I know, like, to me, it's singing to the divine, is saying these things to the divine. And the divine showing me that, hey, it's okay to listen to this. It's okay to listen to whatever you want to listen to. It's all about your perception of the song, how you perceive it. That's the important part. So I'm listening to this song and it's just saying, like, I'm gonna be ready. Like, you have prepared me for all the things. No matter what come my way, like, it doesn't matter what I face in this life, I'm going to be ready for it. And so that song they gave to me, it's like they come in like, hey, you are special. You are beautiful. And I want you to know that because you doing all this work. You doing all this internal work. Like, you alchemizing all the things within yourself to show up in this life the way that you showing up. Like, you don't even recognize like how special you are doing this. Like, you are special. You are beautiful. And I feel like I have accepted this truth. But they keep coming and saying it over and over again. Like, I just have these moments where I'm sitting, I'm in my meditation, and I hear a whisper like, you are amazing. You are special. You are so beautiful. And I'm like, okay. But I got on live yesterday and I was sharing, you know, a beautiful truth that was revealed to me. And when I got off, this song started playing in my head. And it was Snoop Dogg. Shoot, what is the name of the song? But it goes, I just want you to know that you are really special. Oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why. I just want you to know that you are really. So the song playing in my head, I was like, dang, I haven't heard that in a minute. So I put the song on and it's playing. In that, the chorus in that part of the song was so perfect because it's saying, I just want you to know that you are beautiful and you are special, which is just confirmation. So they come and they tell me these things, whereas my thoughts wasn't always so beautiful. Um, and now I'm having these thoughts, these beautiful thoughts about myself, and it just feels amazing. And I love how they come and confirm, like, yep, you are, you are that, and yep, I just wanted to share that. Somebody needs to hear that you are special and you're beautiful. So music now is like, it's a communication tool. Like, yeah, it's not just music. So I listen to everything now. Everything. I really don't know why I shared that. I don't know. Maybe somebody is gonna watch this and they're struggling right now with the music like I did. But we go through phases in life. You just have to understand that everything is for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Even music. Like you have your season for the things that you listen to. At least that's how it's been on my path. So, it's about the vibe for me. What am I feeling? I might be feeling some gangster rap, you know. And people be like, don't listen to that. It corrupts your mind. Like, it only corrupts your mind if you let it. But I know nothing controls me. No music, none of that stuff have no power over me. I listen to what I want to listen to. I pay attention to how I feel when I'm listening to it. Because they have some things that I just don't resonate with. I won't listen to it. But if somebody else listening to it, it works for them on their path. So it's okay. Like, whatever. I'm not judging you. Listen to what you want to listen to. But for me, I had to find my own reason why. My own reason why. And when I stopped listening to things, it was always based off of somebody else's opinion about why I shouldn't listen to it. So I had to come back to honoring me and my truth. Or if I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to listen to this because I don't want people thinking this about me, but I enjoy the music. Like, what? No. So I still listen to Christian music, even though I'm not a Christian. I listen to country music. I listen to, I haven't really gotten to rock. Nope, haven't gotten there yet. But for the most part, like my playlist is pretty wide range because, yeah, that's how my spiritual team communicate with me. Mm. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I love music. It's a magical tool of communication. Hello, three people in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. I always say y'all are more than welcome to say hi if you like, or you can just watch. You know, it's okay. Either way, I'm acknowledging that I see you're here. Mm, 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 mm. To know that you are really special. Hmm, interesting. Always do your best. So, one of my favorite books to read is The Four Agreements. If you really want to begin to understand just you and this life, get this book. The Four Agreements. Yep. But I just opened it up to always do your best. That's chapter 5. Always do your best. I was talking about this earlier and just how no matter where you are on your path, just honoring where you are and just know that you're doing the best that you can with the tools that you have and where you are. And if you're not doing your best, then only you know that. But who's to tell you what is your best? Only you can define that for yourself. So if you're not doing your best and you're slacking in whatever area, you know you slacking. You know what I'm saying? So it's being honest with yourself with where you are. But just the only thing we can do is our best. Well, what we have. You can't do more than that. Do your best. That's it. That's it. So I love that. That's just confirmation of what I was talking about today. Like, our best is enough. And don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let anybody tell you that your best is not enough. If they feel like their best is not enough, that's their story. But be honest with yourself. When you be honest with yourself, you honor your truth. Like, guess what? Nobody ain't got to come tell you nothing. Nobody has to check you when you're checking yourself. And that's a fact. And if you don't like people checking you, then, check yourself. Because then nobody have to check you. You know how you showing up in life. You know what you're doing, whether it's right or wrong in quotations, because it's about what's right and wrong for you. Because you can be doing something that, you know what I'm saying, somebody else may think is not, okay, or that don't work for them, and they may try to tell you like that's bad for you or it's not gonna work for you. Only you can define that for yourself. But at the heart, in the core, your soul of who you are, like, you know what's not right for you. You know if you're forcing something in your life that does not fit. You know that for yourself. Nobody don't have to come and tell you that. Like, when you start being honest with yourself, nobody don't have to tell you anything, because you telling it to yourself. You already ahead of the game. Nobody got to come say it for you. When you're not being true to yourself, or, you know what I'm saying, you're not giving it your all, you know that. You feel it. You feel it. So when you're not being honest with yourself and somebody come tell you, oh, you slacking, or you're not showing up as the best version of you, you know that. And so when that person comes tell you, it stings, because you're not being honest with yourself. And you're like, who are they to tell me I'm not doing my best? And you're mad, you're angry. You're mad and you're angry. And it's like, hello, Michael. Hello, how are you today? How are you? You know that for yourself. So that's what that is. But yeah, be honest with yourself. So, you know, you do what you need to do to make the changes that you need to do to change. Because change is not happening until you accept it. I'm fine winding down to your voice. I'm glad to hear it. I saw you in here yesterday coming with your energy again. But I see you. I see you. So you still haven't accepted the fact that you are that divine love and it's not outside of you. Like, where are you with that? I just want to know. If you want to share, not be up and down. Hey, that's normal. It's learning how to flow with the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, I like to call them. My bad if you had some weird energy. No, I didn't. I didn't have no weird energy. You know what? I hope you can feel this. Like, I understand where you are. I'm not judging you. I just be joking when I say that. But I I totally understand where you are on your path. And I only understand that because I understand my own path. And when I was there, I was the same way. I believe what I believed, and nobody could tell me anything different. And that's how it's supposed to be. When you're in your truth, you know, you stand in that. It's what you know. Until your soul show you something different, then you can't see anything different. Um, I asked, like, where are you with? I asked, where are you with understanding that that divine love is on the inside of you, it's not outside of you. That's what I asked. Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I'm saying, like, I'm not judging you for where you are on your path. I totally understand. Like, living your truth and just being your truth. My whole thing, what I try to get you to understand is just that live your truth, but don't try to force your truth onto somebody else. So don't try to make somebody else think that they're wrong for where they are on their path, because y'all on two different paths. You know? I was back and forth until I asked seriously. Ask what? That the love is on the inside of you? Is that what you're talking about? I respect everyone's journey. I love that. That's how it's supposed to be. We're all on different paths. Like, we're all having different experiences, and it's okay. But you can't accept other people on their path and about me being condemned. Um, so you ask, and then what? What was the answer? Um, but you only can respect people on their path when you respect your own, and you understand that your truth is your truth. It's not everybody's truth. So I got the answer. Once you believe, you saved. You saved. Yep. I love that. I love that for you. Because then if you wavering, like, if you like, oh, I'm saved, but then I did this one thing and I'm not saved, like, what is that? What is that energy? Either you know or you don't know, you know? But we don't we don't put Jesus on the cross. Mm. There are so many ways you can look at the cross though, because we all have our own cross to bear, right? Like, to carry the burdens, the things. We all have our own. If you want to look at it like that, like, you can look at it as that broad, like, everybody's carrying their own cross, you know? Everybody have their things that they're struggling with within themselves. That's a cross to bear. And nobody can carry that but you. Nobody can release that burden but you doing the work, doing the work. But did you have good days today? Because you said you've been having ups and downs. I think God knows the worst in me already. And no matter what, He loves me. Oh, Michael, look at you. I love that. That's that's the acceptance that I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You have to know that. Like, yeah, a wild night is interesting. You was out partying. Um, but I love that. That is so important. And a lot of people don't know that. Like they struggle with, oh, I'm doing all these things and I'm disconnected from source and you know, condemning themselves because the creator ain't condemning you. Like the creator created you. It already know all the things that you were gonna do before you even came here. So is that um oh okay. Because I was needing emotional support. I hear you. Hey, do what works for you. Live your best life. Live your best life. But what happens when you able to like console yourself without the things? Like just be with you and console you. Like what happens then? Like you have all the power. So we sometimes think our problems are big, but nothing is bigger than what God can do. That is so true. That's so true. And He's doing it through you, like through the work that you're doing, right? Because we pray about the things and source answers, but we still have to do the work. We still have to do the internal work. So just like you realize now that, you know, the divine has accepted you, all of you, because the divine created you and know you inside and out. Like, because you know that, it's like, I'm a work in progress. I got this. But when you praying for or asking for help to change the things that no longer work for you, you still have to do the work. It's like when we pray for patience, right? The divine ain't gonna just say, boom, you're patient. It's going to put you in situations to practice patience. So people always say like that's the worst thing to pray for. Because then your life starts going crazy and you in all these situations where you have to practice patience, but you're being impatient. So it's like that. It's like, it ain't a magic wand. We have to do the work. Mm, we do. But you don't have to continue to suffer to bear those fruit. So I love patience because I pray for patience and I was put in all the situations to be patient. So now I'm pretty patient. When I'm in the store and the line's long and the people is complaining, I'm just like listening to my music in my own world. Like, I'll get there when it's time for me to get there. It's okay. But I only have peace and patience now because I have it within myself and for myself. I'm trying to fast now. Oh, okay. Are you going to, what are you going to fast from? Because like I had my different phases of fasting. I always picked the one thing that I was struggling with the most. So like I did fast food for 30 days. And when I was able to do that, I was like, okay, if I can do that, then I can do candy because I love sweets. So then I was like, whatever I'm indulging in that I feel like I can't stop doing, I'm going to fast. And then I did sweets. So I didn't eat sweets for 30 days, like candy bars and stuff like that. And I used to, like, it was so bad, I couldn't go in the store without picking up a candy bar. And then after I did that fast, it's not that I stopped eating candy, I just don't eat it as much. So like now I can buy a candy bar and have it in my fridge for a week and then, eat it. I know. Well, let me just say this. What is that word? I like to go to the extreme of things. I even did 30 days. Like I like to challenge myself in the craziest ways sometimes. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna eat for 30 days. So yeah. Yeah. They said once you bring it home, it's danger. Oh, thank you. Wait, once you bring what home? So yeah, I did that. And you know what? My challenge too for doing 30 days is because you know how people say if you do anything consistent for 30 days, that it becomes a habit. So I was like judging myself because I was like, okay, I keep eating this candy and I know it's not good for me, quote unquote, you know. And so I was like, I want to stop eating it because I'm addicted to it and I don't want to be addicted to anything. And so I did the 30 days because they said if you can do anything consistent for 30 days, it becomes a habit. So I challenged that. And then after I did the 30 days, first of all, I was proud of myself because I said, girl, you did that. Like, I'm proud of you. But then after that, I was still eating it and I was mad because I was like, they lied. They lied. I did it consistent for 30 days and I'm back eating candy. But what I realized is, first of all, I was judging myself, which was not good. Um, I did a very, I did a very amazing thing, something that I wasn't able to do before, or something that I never thought I would be able to do. So the fact that I did it was pretty awesome. Then afterwards, I started back eating candy, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" They lied. And the day that we're talking about is the day who's saying all this stuff. They lied. So I was like, why do I give they this much power over the things? But what I noticed from doing that was it wasn't that I stopped eating candy. It just helped me to come to this space of understanding. First of all, I didn't need it. I felt like I couldn't live without it. I needed it, which was not true. That 30-day fast helped me to not eat it as much. So I went from being able to go in the store and always picking up a candy bar to being able to go in the store and walk right past candy. And I can do that still to this day. So I eat candy, but I can go in the store now and I pick up a candy bar, which is amazing. When we fast, we should fast for the Lord. So forgive me, Lord, when my heart is in the wrong place. Mm, like that candy bar. They lied for real. I was like, they ass lied. But that's my path. My soul path is to dismantle all the lies that's being told. And the way that I know it's a lie is because I have to do it. I have to challenge myself to do the thing that they're telling me. That, hey, there's no other way to do this. You do it this way. And I'd be like, that's a lie. I'm going to do it the other way. So I can prove to you, not prove to you, prove to myself that that's some BS. Not like the rest of the fasters who do it through praise of man. Wait, through praise of men. Well, I was doing the fast for me to bring myself to a better space. And during the time that I was fasting, I'm trying to think, was I in the church then? Mm, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? What caused those fasts was, I think I was in a church at the time, but what caused the fast was, first of all, because I didn't think I could live without those things. The fast food fast, I did that because I caught myself blaming my grandfather for why I couldn't stop eating fast food. So I had this moment where I realized that I was overindulging in fast food, and I realized that, damn, I've been eating this my whole life. Like, I'm not a kid anymore. I want to eat better. And that wanting to eat better was coming from listening to outside voices that was saying, oh, that's garbage. You shouldn't eat that. That's not good for you. It's all these things. And so it caused me to go within myself and say, damn, this is a problem. And then I stopped one day and I was like, you know what, Papa? Now keep in mind, my grandfather has transitioned. He transitioned when I was 16. And I'm now, what I was, 26 at the time. And I was like, Papa, it's your fault that I can't stop eating fast food. And I had this aha moment where I stopped. And I'm having this conversation with myself. And I said, are you really blaming your grandfather who's no longer here for why you can't stop eating fast food? Are we really doing this? Like, are you serious? Because you're a grown adult now. It's your own fault that you can't stop eating fast food. And so when I had that aha moment, I was like, girl, no, we ain't doing that. Like, we are not blaming our grandfather who have transitioned, living his best life, okay, back in the energy field. We're not doing that. So, yeah, that made me go on the 30-day not eating fast food journey. And same thing with that. Like, it's not that I stopped eating fast food, I just don't eat it as much. So, that's what happened with that. But I was like, they lied. But it definitely brought on change. It just didn't stop me from eating it. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, thank you. But you know what? It's crazy how when you're not aware of how you're still blaming, as an adult, you're still blaming other people for how you're showing up in life. That's not okay. We got to start taking accountability and responsibility for our actions. Yes, when I brought me fast food all the time. Like, and it was the highlight of my childhood. We loved it. We had the best of both worlds though, because my mom cooked. She an amazing cook. And my grandfather always brought home the fast food. So my mom would cook, but every time he went to the racetrack, he would always bring back fast food. That was his way of telling his grandkids. And we loved it. I was like, y'all say what y'all want. But I enjoyed that McDonald's and that Burger King and that Taco Bell and all that stuff. Definitely don't taste the same now. I'm like, they have made, either they made some changes in this stuff, or it's true what they say that our taste buds change every 7 years. I think it is. So some things I used to eat when I was younger that I loved, I eat now and it's disgusting. And there are some things that I didn't like when I was a kid that I eat now, I love. So like grapefruit. I couldn't stand grapefruit when I was a kid, and I love it now. I love it now. But yeah, I keep going to the places and I'm like, this shit is nasty. And then I'm like, why do you keep trying to eat it? I guess I'm trying to convince myself that, is it something wrong with me, or did they change the food, or did I just change? Like, it's that. So life is funny in the how we learning these lessons and just being present with the things without the judgment. So I'm realizing that I'm just trying to, you know, figure this life out as I'm going. Last fast food was Panda Express. And how was that? Because Panda Express too is, it used to be so good, but I think what it is, they have changed some things. I feel like a lot of things have changed, but what it is too is like I feel like people are just not putting the love into things anymore. They just don't care. Like they just doing whatever. They just, you know, you can tell that people are just not putting the love into things. Yeah, I feel that. Well, we can always just start cooking for ourselves. We can always just start cooking for ourselves. Too much sugar and processed foods. That's true, but I was talking about this earlier. Like, I just try not to judge. Like, if that's people's life and that's all that they can do in the moment, if that's the best that they can do, then that's the best that they can do. I just try not to judge the things because I know I've eaten a lot of that stuff myself and I've been perfectly fine. And I know somebody have eaten those things and they have not been perfectly fine. So it all goes off of you and your body and what your body is telling you. So my path has been I have eaten whatever I wanted to eat. I've went through my phases of cutting out what is in quotations bad for you and eating more whole foods, healthy foods. Like it's like the highs and lows, it's ups and downs with the things that I eat. And I'm realizing that what I'm eating sometimes go based off of how I'm feeling or things that I may be going through and things that I may be need to work on or it's so many things ugh, it's so many things connected to the things that we do that I have learned to just stop and start asking the question like, okay, why am I back eating this or why am I overindulging in this? And I get my answer. So I just trust what I'm feeling, what my body's telling me. So it made me be more in tune with me and listening to my body instead of listening to outside voices telling me what's good for me and what's bad for me because nobody knows that but my body. Impulsivity leads to death. Our body is remarkable, but we need to be aware by asking questions. Um, our body is very remarkable. It's amazing. Our body is natural healers. So I trust that. Like I know that. I allow my body to do what is meant to do, what it was designed to do. But I'm listening to my body now versus before I was just doing whatever I want without intention or without even thinking about the things or worried about the things. And now I pay attention. So when I'm eating things, one thing that I learned is not judging myself for where I am. Being in that moment with where I am, accepting where I am without judgment. Because I realize on my path, like I'm brought back to the things when I'm judging the things. When I'm judging the things, like I'm always brought back to it. It's not until I accept where I am and who I am in that moment, how I'm showing up, what I'm eating. Change doesn't come from me doing it and judging it. Change comes from me accepting it without judgment, recognizing that it's something that I want to change for myself, for my better health, and for the betterment of myself, that I'm able to release it and let it go. So I'm learning how to flow with life, my life pattern and cycles, listening to my body because my body is different from your body. What works for you may not work for me, and that's the truth. So that's what it is. Coming back to yourself and listening to you and your body. But I think, I don't think, I know. I'm about to get off here and go take my shower and get ready for bed. But 2 hours, 2 hours. That's what happens when you're just present and you're flowing. But thank you, Michael, for getting in here chatting with me again, and everybody else who joined the live. I appreciate y'all. Um, wait, hold on. I'm just looking at some of the things I missed that you wrote. Hold on. Oh, I read that. Wait, and I believe God gave me the gift. Oh, the gift to see? Are you still there, Michael? Is that what you said? You believe God gave you the gift to see? Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mhm. He said do it in secret too. Okay, you're talking about fasting. Yep. You don't have to be boastful about your fasting. Mm-mm-mm. Last. Okay, yep, I read all that. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, okay. Oh, yeah, I was asking if you were still in here because I was asking about, you said something about the gift, but then I read the bottom comment and you said the gift to see. What? Look at you, girl. Oh, you want to put the flashes on? I see. I see the whole shift in energy. I see you.
I said I gave them money.
I see you. Life is a scary journey. It's a scary journey and it's a beautiful one too. So you have to embrace both of them. It's scary, but it's beautiful. We all need support. We do. We do. We all just need people to see us, right? But it's important first for us to see us, you know? But when you're not able to see you, it helps when other people can see you beyond what you can see because then it helps you. It's your light to help you come to who you are at the essence beyond all the stuff. So it's good to have people who begin to see themselves and then they can see you with all the flaws and all the things that you don't have, right? It's like I was telling my niece, there's no greater gift than being seen. And people say, I see you, but they're looking at the exterior, right? It's what I mean by being truly seen is somebody seeing the heart and soul of who you are, even when you can't see it. And somebody left this comment on a video that I read the other day, and it said, when you can't believe in yourself, believe in the person who believe in you. And I just thought that was so powerful because sometimes we're just not there. But it's through having those people who, first of all, is just able to hold space for us and allow us to be who we are in that present moment without trying to change us. Because nobody can change you, only you can change yourself. So having somebody to truly see the heart and soul of who you are is a beautiful thing. And the only way someone can do that for you is when they do that for themselves. And they're like, oh, I see me and I know I'm not perfect. I know I don't have it all figured out. So I see this soul who don't have it all figured out and I can hold space for them to be who they are. So That's just always a beautiful connection. It don't matter where you are in life, what walk of life, what path you're on. To have somebody to see you where you are and just let you know that it's okay to be you in that moment and hold space for you is beautiful. My mom laid laid hand on people. Oh, thank you. Oh, it wants to use me. Baby, I'm being used. Okay, like I am the light to show you that you're the light too. You know, it's okay to let your light shine with all of your flaws and all. Like, you're not waiting to be this perfect person before you start letting your light shine. It's saying, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I'm not perfect. I wasn't saying here to be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. Getting away from those people who say you can't make mistakes. That's how you learn and grow. Is when you keep making the same mistake. That's the issue. But you know what that is for yourself. Like, come on. I don't have to judge you for that. You're already judging yourself. So I'm not trying to pile onto your plate of what you're already doing to yourself. I just am here to hold space for you as I hold space for myself and say, I'm still working through stuff too. So I see you, and it's okay that you're still working through your stuff, you know? Yeah, we need the spiritual sword through, which is the word of God. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Some of us need that, Michael, and some of us don't. Allah is the greatest. Yes, yes, yes. That is so true. That is so true. But in knowing that and saying Allah is the greatest, do you know that you're the greatest? I mean, I'm just asking a question because you are that, and that is you. Like, you were created in the image. So you're great too. So it's you seeing your greatness apart from your flaws. Well, with your flaws and all, because the flaws are a part of life. But it's in all of that knowing that you are great because you were divinely created, crafted to be this beautiful being that you are. So it's like knowing that nothing that you're doing makes you that. It's who you are. Like, everything else is an experience. But you are the greatest. So when you're able to say I'm the greatest, guess what? It's amazing. Like, when you know that for yourself, like, I'm the greatest. Like, I can stand in complete confidence and say it boldly that I'm the greatest. Like, I am the divine favorite. Like, I am. And everybody should feel that for themselves. You should know that. And if you don't, then you have work to do within yourself. Because guess what? You were perfectly created in the image of the divine. So know that. So I love just being here and being able to show that light and knowing that who I am. Like, I am loved. I was perfectly created. I'm not perfect, but I was perfectly created the way that I am. So, yes. And so were you. The 3 people that's in the chat right now, y'all were perfectly created. Okay? It's not until you get everything right, because you ain't gonna never get everything right. You're perfect right now. Because guess what? You have to embrace your imperfections. You're perfect just because of who you are, not what you're doing. But we can't create anything. Oh, that is so not true. And if you believe that for yourself, then that's your truth. But I know that I'm co-creating because nothing ain't gonna just happen. Like, everything that you're doing in your life, you're creating something. So, not true. What's not true, Michael? We are so creating. But like I said, I'm not here to debate your truth. If that's your truth, that's just not my truth. Like, I know I'm a creator. I'm a creator. I'm a co-creator. Because the true creator is on the inside of me. So I'm co-creating with the true creator throughout this life. So you are beautiful, and you don't know it yet, but you are a creator. I know some people just don't want that type of power. I get it. I get it. I get no credit. Oh, you definitely get credits. You definitely get credit. I ain't about to let you say you don't get no credit. I just try to show up. The fact that you showing up is why you get credit. Because you can choose not to show up. You can choose not to show up. Period. So the fact that you showing up, you get credit. And I was talking about that earlier, about taking time to like just appreciate and love you where you are and all the work that you have put into this life. Like, you're doing work. You're showing up. You're making choices. You know what I'm saying? You are doing something. So don't discredit yourself by saying you're not doing anything or you don't deserve any credit, because that's a lie. You're not the master planner, but guess what? You're a part of the plan. You a part of the plan. The plan don't work if you ain't doing the work. You have that blueprint on the inside of you, but guess what? The creator itself, because it's in you, you're doing the work. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not outside of you. But no being is going to come down and do the work for you. You're doing the work. Now, how you showing up doing that work? Are you half percent in it? Or are you showing up full and complete? Like, giving it your all. Not trying to overdo it. Not underdoing it. But showing up with the best of you in this present moment. That's it. Y'all know what? I'm telling y'all, I can sit here for hours and hours. As you can see, I already been on here for 2 hours. I'm serious. I'm about to go to bed. I'm Spanish. I can understand English, but I can't understand American English. Oh, okay. Okay. And I haven't, embarked upon speaking any other language. So I can't speak Spanish. I would like to learn, though. I want to learn. I want to learn. So I see. Wait, hold on. See, that's the all right, y'all. I'm going. I enjoyed this live. It's always just healing. It's beautiful. Like, I love making connections. I love having these conversations and us coming together and just holding space for each other, allowing each other to just be who we are in this present moment. So I appreciate y'all. I'm sending y'all lots of love. And just know that you're awesome. You're amazing. Not because you're getting everything right or because you're perfect. Just because of who you are. So peace, love, and light. I hope y'all have a good night or morning. I don't know where you're watching from. But, yep. Enjoy the rest of your time. I'll see y'all later. Yes, opinions are so. You know what? Bye. I'm not reading no more comments. All right, y'all. Good night.